Hi, welcome to Pete's Garage. Today I'm working on the pickup truck. When I walked into the garage today, I found a transmission fluid leak, and so I dealt with that. I think I have it fixed. And then while I was under there, I found a broken transmission mount, so I'm going to change that out too. I started wanting to work on my AC system a little bit and replace all the O-rings, but haven't gotten that far yet, but maybe tomorrow. So, on to it. Well, I've just got fluids leaking everywhere. So this is differential fluid leaking from the front axle of my Jeep. It's leaking because the plug welds on the front axle cracked, which is kind of annoying. But then I went to move all the cars and I saw this. And that is transmission fluid, and it is leaking from the slip yoke. It's not leaking from the seal, it's actually leaking from the slip yoke. There's a little hole and it's leaking through the end of that hole, so I'm not sure what to do about that. I have an idea, but we'll see. This will solve the leaking yoke problem. I'll use this little doohickey. It's got a little plastic Christmas tree on it. I'll goop it all up with RTD, and then I'll just plop it in the hole and that'll seal it up. So, the problem that I'm having is there's a hole here in the end, and that's supposed to allow for airflow as the slip yoke goes up and down on the shaft. However, there's a little bit of a gap because this thing's 30 years old, and so transmission fluid is sliding up on the splines and is coming out the hole. I've eliminated that hole. It will make it harder to put the drive shaft in, but once it's in, it should seal up and that should stop my transmission leak. So, reassembly. Alright, so while I was working on fixing the transmission oil leak, I noticed that my transmission mount is broken. You can see the crack right there. It's all loose. I've been noticing a clunk for the last couple of trips, and this old transmission mount gave up the ghost. So I'll replace it with a new one, and then I should be good to go. And it's out. This transmission mount is wasted. You can see the crack goes all the way around. Not so much on the backs. Up, there it is again. This transmission mount, it does go all the way around. You can see that it's broken all the way through. And that's what was causing my clunk. So, no problem anymore. And of course, nothing is ever easy in Pete's Garage. As you can see, this is not quite the right transmission mount. It's almost right. And it's in, because I had to modify it. You'll see I had to drill the holes out. I had to make that one bigger so that it can slide around. But really, it just needs to sit there and hold the transmission, so it's not that big a deal. That was the same. The mount itself looks the same on cursory inspection, but it's a little bit bigger and I had to grind the back so that it would fit against the transmission. But whatever, it's in, it'll stay, and it's got to be better than the broken piece of crap that I had in there before. All right, it's been overnight since I fixed my transmission oil leak. I have not looked underneath it to see whether or not it was still leaking. Let's find out together. It's dry. That's where it was leaking from. There, you can see a little bit of oil leak. I can live with that. But no transmission leak. That is a success.